Before you, I have 6 small piles of cards. I'm going to show you how I look for people within a reading. Now, the reading should be, can you give an indication of where she is? Just know that what I'm about to show you is not a tarot GPS. It is based on geometry, it's based on geography, and it's based on symbols. So before we get started, please do me a favor, put your DNA on that like button and give me a subscribe. So definitely the subject is Nancy Guthrie, but I want to show you the different cards that you can look for people in general. This covers terrain, indoors and outdoors, near water, elevated or low, hidden or visible, urban and rural. So here are the strongest illustrators, indicators of where someone could be. Now, the first card. This is all lakes, rivers, canals, and coastal. For the most part, it's all water signs, except for this one. And the reason this one is not is because it is crossing water, bridge, a boat. The moon is near water, marshland, shoreline, hidden bodies of water, and night activity. This Ace of Cups is all about a water source, fountains and wells. And last but not least, this very handsome Knight of Cups is all about travel toward water. Do you see this indicator here? He's riding with his little cup toward the water. So you get indicators in each one of these cards. Now let's move on. Now, this is all about rural forests, overgrown and remote. This handsome hermit is all about, and very earthy, I may say, isolation, mountains, wooded areas. This Eight of Cups is walking away into the wilderness. This Queen of Pentacles is earth, farmland, and countryside. And then, of course, the Devil is all about underground caves, abandoned places, rural property. You could even say under bridges, that sort of thing. So now, and yeah, you'll probably have to watch this again. And yes, you can take notes. Now, the next category is the urban, buildings, and industrial. This tower card is for tall buildings. It can be apartment complexes. It can be damaged structures. It can be abandoned places. This Three of Pentacles, we'll take it next. This Three of Pentacles is all about construction sites. And see, the reason being is because he's like a contractor. He's got a builder's mall. There's plans. They're talking to him. So see, there's subtle indicators in each one of the cards. So keep in mind, building, construction, that type of landscape or structure. This Five of Pentacles, all about hospitals, shelters, churches, can even be government buildings, okay? Last but not least, this very beautiful King is all about in offices, near financial districts, can be even located in banks. I found one a long time ago that was hidden in the bank room. I'll tell you that story one day. Now, inside a residence comes next, and this Ten of Cups is all about the family home and even surrounding the family home. It could be in a family outbuilding. It could be anywhere. So keep that in mind. It's all about residences. So now this Four of Wands, almost the same thing. Home, property, backyard, can be a place where you've celebrated, can be definitely a barn or an outbuilding, something like that. And then last but not least, we have this Queen and King of Cups. If you can believe it, near a kitchen, bathrooms, water pipes. It can be in basements, near water pipes, water heaters. Amazing, isn't it? What the cards can show you. Now, this next one is all about roads, travel, and moving. And we'll start with this charioteer with the Chariot card. A vehicle and a highway near them. Let's move this up here. So next, the Eight of Wands, fast travel, highway, trains, can be air travel, airports. This is all about restless movement, wanting to move on, and can be moving place to place. Keep that in mind too. The wands are fire elements and it's creative energy. And just remember, fire can sometimes jump. Two of Wands, a border crossing. A border could be a county border, could be a state-to-state border, could be a country border, could be a property border. Now, the last but not least little pile, the hidden, concealed, and hard to find. We're going to start out with this very beautiful High Priestess. Hidden behind a wall. Hidden in a hidden room. Locked in a hidden room. This Seven of Swords in a very concealed location. You got to look for this one. This is a tough one. Now, the Four of Pentacles, a storage unit, a locked space, somewhere like a warehouse, somewhere, could even be a shipyard. I'm going to say that. Last but not least is the Death card. This Death card means near a burial ground, cemetery, graveyard, something like that. Very low ground, a dead end. It can be the end of a road where the road really doesn't end, but it just, have you seen those in cul-de-sacs? They just kind of maybe go off in a wooded area. That's what this is. Now, we are in this Mercury retrograde, and give me a second because I didn't bring that card out. Bad Zelda, let me get that for you. Okay, so, oh, and you caught Shaggy. Yeah, okay, here we are. So this is the Magician, and the planet associated with this card is Mercury. This will give us clues, messages. It'll tell us about documentation. It will also denote telephones, communication. And it can give you an infinite amount of clues, so you better keep on your toes with this particular card. And sometimes if someone is moving, like with this card, like going places and someone is being transported, this infinite amount of information coming out is definitely going to mean something, because there's so much information in this card, because it utilizes every element. The cups, the pentacles, the swords, and the wands. So it encompasses everything. So that's why the messages. But as they move, let's say if someone is moving, let's just say if someone is moving Nancy around, then there's going to be different clues at different times. She may show up as being one place at one time and there's clues all around her, and I keep getting water references, but then all of a sudden one day they just may move to a complete desert location, and we're going to depend on this to show us what new clues are there. Now, if these cards don't show up, it doesn't mean that you can't read. It just means that these are the helpers, okay? So remember, tarot is symbolic. It's geography that is symbolic because it's based on the Fool's journey. Now, I'm not saying that anyone missing, especially Miss Nancy, is a fool. The cards are the Fool journey. That's the first card in the deck. Even though it has a little 0 in the key, that means null and void. You're starting over, wiping the slate clean. So, there we go, my darlings. Now, here. Since we are in the eclipse of a full moon, which is the blood moon, obviously this moon card is going to give us a hidden, revealed, or a shadowed terrain, meaning could be hiding in plain sight. Seriously. Now, what do we do with the 333? Well, today is the 3rd of March. That's 3-3, and then the eclipse took place at 3:33 a.m. this morning. It was quite beautiful. What we would look for are patterns, and you know I always lay out the cards in 3s anyway, past, present, future. So we would look for patterns of different cards. So I'm going to do a little illustrative reading here and see what we can pick up for Nancy. Let me clear these away. I'm going to get out another deck so I'm not stacking the deck, right? So I'll be right back. Give me one moment. Okay, so I have 2 tarot decks out here. Now, since I read in 3s and everything is surrounding 3 today, you know what? A 3 is a balance. Even in the Temperance card, if you look on her, that angel's breastplate, she has a triangle. And it's a balance of spiritual, physical, mental. And that's how you have to look at things when you're reading the tarot. Now, I like to read the odd, like 3, 5, 7. But here we go with 9. And that's how many cards I'm going to put out today. Because it was 3, 3, and 3. Look, we have our first card. We won't turn that. Not yet. So we have 3, 3, 3. This card is going to give us any explanation that we need. The question is, where is Nancy? Now, I've seen a lot of comments say, well, you know what? I've seen you and I've seen a lot of other psychics, and I don't really like that word, by the way. But anyway, I've seen you and I've seen other psychics. If you really know where she is, why don't you just say? Well, first of all, I heard this morning that the FBI and the crime lines are inundated by calls from psychics, and they're all over the place. And unfortunately, sometimes this is why we're not taken seriously. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm not saying that they're right. But this is why I don't interject myself into an investigation unless I'm asked. Because sometimes you can throw things off. Sometimes energy just throws it off. And we don't know why. We don't understand. And I know that for those of you who read, sometimes there are clues that come through that. So now we're asking, and the other question I get is, why don't you just ask this? Well, why don't you just ask that? It's because you can't force answers. There's still free will in the energy field. This is all energy. That's what we're reading. There's free will. You can't force an answer. And you know what? I wouldn't want to. Because you don't know if you're going to get the right one. Okay, so there's Another one. And there we go. All right, so that is the sign of Taurus. I'm going to let that for suspense here in a minute. Here's another one. The Nine of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So we've got 6 cards on the table so far. Let me keep these in frame for you. All right, here we are. Now, I've got some indicators out here. Look at this. So we've got a locked space or a storage unit. We've got a lot of indicators out here right now. On the bottom of the deck, there's a lot of thought that is going into this. Let's turn this over. Okay, what do we have here? Wow. So we have the Devil card. Let's go through all of these, okay? So right now, we don't have anything that gives us a lake or a coastal vibe. That's number 1. Now, this is all about rural, forest, overgrown. This is about earth, farmland, countryside. And this is about a locked space, a storage unit. But wait, we have the Devil. No, the Devil doesn't count. It's the Death card. That's right, it's the Death card. So I think those are the, oh no, we've got the Two of Wands here. And the Two of Wands is all about a border, a crossing. Now, I don't believe that she's close to the Mexican border, but what I do believe is that she may be close to a county line that is out, maybe in the rural in a rural area, in an abandoned or a locked place, and in earth countryside. So I do not believe at this point that she's near any type of metropolis. Let's ask the small cards. Okay. Can you give us more information on this Two of Wands, please? So our indicators are these 4 cards. And that is a King of Swords, so he doesn't count. And there is a lot of thought process. People are having a lot of dreams about this. And the reason this guy right here is voided out is because it's not about that person having the dream. It's about the dream or the thought process itself. And it becomes very emotional. That's why. All right. So in this particular case, we're not reading the other cards because we're looking for clues. And that's what it is. Okay, so I want to know about this Two of Wands. What can you tell me about the Two of Wands? And see, I always like to confirm or back up readings. Two of Wands is the Emperor. Now, here's one thing. This is an Aries card. This is one thing about the Emperor. It is experience, guidance, direction, stoicism, and somebody that likes the rules but can be a little tough. Now, is that one of the kidnappers? Is that one of the people that have taken her? That is the Yes card, the Nine of Cups. So give me more information about this Hermit. This Hermit card is all about, and also the sign of Virgo, by the way, also the sign of wooded areas and mountains and so on and so forth. So this the Two of Wands is all about close, I'm going to say close to a county line. Because see, there's mountains and water reference in this too. So close to a county line, and I believe it's talking about captor, and it confirmed yes. So let's ask about the Hermit. Let's ask about this Hermit card. The Ten of Wands. I believe that she has been moved, and this is a card of opening a door, feeling, it's a fire energy, so feeling the heat, feeling that they've had to move Nancy, feeling that they better grow, they better go, feeling that fire in their soul that they better keep ahead of things. Okay, so now what about this card? The locked or hidden, abandoned storage unit, warehouse type. Ah, there's barriers. See, this is fire energy too. So it's someone who has set up some type of, could be fencing, could be a border, a boundary in varying degrees. You see how this works, my darlings? Okay, and then last but not least, this very earthy Queen of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. This is also a fire element. Isn't it funny because we're getting a lot of fire elements here? That's the heat. The heat is on. Isn't that a song? The heat is on. And to the point where this beautiful Queen of Pentacles here is countryside, farmland. So she's not anywhere near a town. I think she's near a county line at this point. I believe she's been moved based on this. I've thought that for a little bit now. And I believe that there's some boundaries. But this one is very interesting. See how well dressed he is? So that tells me that he kind of knows how to put things together, how to organize, how to plan. And a little tidbit about this little fellow. Get my little pointer out. You see, there is a little feather in his cap. Now, what does that mean? Have you ever heard the expression, wow, he's got a feather in his cap over that? That means he's accomplished. He may not have, I don't believe this is his first time. Do I believe he's on some type of contract? Yes. That's my opinion. Yes, I do. The fact that he's well dressed, and look at the sand, look at the mountainous area, and this tall wand, he's looking up here. He's looking for more growth, where to go, and when the door opens, he's going to take that opportunity to go. Time is of the essence, as we know. I do believe that Nancy will be found. I also believe that we're going to be hearing about DNA that was from Nancy's bedroom at any moment. This is going to take a turn because we are in the beginning stages of this Mercury retrograde. We have 17 days left, and then we go into a brief shadow period after that. But a bit over 2 weeks left of this Mercury retrograde. This is going to get interesting, fellows and friends and fellows. Yeah, fellow sweethearts, fellow Zeldanauts. So my fellow darlings, take the symbology from these cards, the geographical geometry of them. Now, you see this Hermit, another experienced card, and an indicator of the 6 star of Solomon. A reference to another land. Much bigger, my darlings, than I believe that anybody really understands. Some of you may. But there's snow on the top of the mountain. I don't know. Do they have, I think it's pretty warm in Arizona right now, but is there a ski resort near a border? I don't know. But what I know is I believe she's moved. I believe we're going to have more room or more room. I believe we're going to have more indication of DNA. I believe some surprising facts are going to be coming out. All I can say is find Nancy. I hope this is helpful. You can use this for your own particular use. Now, I'm also going to say this. Don't put too much faith where it shouldn't be. You put your faith above, and then you will be guided and directed. But yes, this right here, he indicates he's a captor, and the fact that he's this Aries. Now, this doesn't go for all of you Aries, so don't take this personally. It's for this guy only, and that is he's this Aries. He's been butting in a few things here and there. That means he's kind of belligerent, got an attitude. Nancy, I believe there's many on the trail. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon.